Hello, vlog people. It's time for Ask Sam. And boy, do I have answers for you. Dear Sam, how is the diet going? It's going very well. I've lost 13 pounds. I've got about 127 more to go. All right, Sam, did your favorite team win the Super Bowl? Yes. Sam, with so much talk of the elections, do you have good friends that you completely disagree with politically and are on opposite sides of the fence? Gotta say, not many. Not many. I do know some people that have different political perspectives, but I find that there's less and less people these days who have a different political perspective. Even people who I knew were die-hard Republicans who, voted for Bush at some time in their life. I don't really know anybody who's still voting for Bush. I mean, even staunch Republicans are like, no, sorry, made a mistake. I have one friend who is definitely a Republican, and I get it, and he's very, very intelligent, and he speaks articulately about it and everything, and I respect his opinion. It's the people that are sort of like, do the brainwash, follow the propaganda trip, that's what bothers me. Really recognize that these are actually the people that the Bush administration hates. Saying you made a mistake is a very, very healthy thing to do. And guess what? You made a mistake. All right, moving on. Sam, how was your experience with the so-called gay Donnie McClurkin on the Oprah Winfrey Show? Mr. McClurkin has gone out of his way to say that change is possible. That if you pray hard enough? Just curious. Well, I had no sexual relationship with Donnie McClurkin at all. I just know that he sang his ass off. His straight ass or his gay ass or whatever it was, he sang, oh my God. So I didn't even know that about him. That's very interesting. If I had known that, I think I would have asked him questions about that. I'm not a real big proponent of that kind of change because why would someone want to change that? I don't know. There's so much shame involved. Isn't it sad? So anyway, but who knows? Who am I to judge? If Donnie McClurkin is happy, that's all I care about because that man can sing. I mean, he can sing. So whatever he calls himself is fine with me. I just hope that doesn't speak derogatorily about gay people, which I don't think he does. I don't think that would be in his heart. Okay. Have you ever been up to Lake Superior? No. We're more like the Lake Inferior type, I think. Sam, I'm dealing with matters of the heart. I was behind a wall after my ex and I ended. I'm ready to look and in time settle down with the right man. I've been talking with a great man that captivates me. I want to speak my mind, yet I feel like I will scare him off. I ache like I never have before. I feel lost, and all I hear is go slow from people. And I am. Now I turn to your loving ear for advice. Well, I don't know how long you've been seeing this person. Is this an internet relationship? Is this somebody you've never met? If that's the case, go really slow. If it's somebody you've dated a little bit, and, it hasn't become physical yet, then, look at I don't know what the calendar is. I'd need more information. If it's been a year, then, speak up. If it's been 3 weeks, take your time. I'm really not helping you at all, am I? Okay, Sam, do you think it would be a good idea if they filmed Broadway plays and made them available to the public on DVDs while they're still on Broadway? So many great performances are never seen by those of us who will never get to New York. Well, how about that they don't make them at all, unless somebody makes a movie of them, unless somebody like Craig Zadan makes a Gypsy or a, I don't know what else he produced, the TV movie things. There's no record. There's a Lincoln Center record, which is like one camera in the back of the theater that you can't even see faces on. And it's because of all the equity rules and all the stagehand rules and all the unions that get involved. Meanwhile, it totally defeats the purpose. Can you imagine if we had record of some of these shows? And there are black market tapes of things going around, but they're not filmed well because they can't be. I mean, there are people who do it very well, but they don't have, they're hiding. So I am all for it, and I also do not think that even having them out during the run of a Broadway show would, statistically, marketing-wise, like if you have a famous movie and then it goes out in tour fashion, it does better. So it doesn't keep the people from buying the tickets just because they can watch it on TV. But you're right, it's a very good point. So many things are lost. On Star Search many years ago, you sang a song I think called Gardenia. Am I correct? Absolutely not. I've never heard of that song. Never heard of it. It sounds exotic. Okay. I've read you've been singing since you were 5 years young. Actually younger. Do you believe a singing voice like yours is God-given Or does it take the love of music and a lot of hard work? Can anyone be taught to sing? Well, no, anyone cannot be taught to sing. Some people are tone deaf. Some people have a tin ear and they can't sing. All right? That doesn't mean they can't enjoy singing. It's just that I can't enjoy hearing them. I believe it's all those things. I believe a voice is God-given, and I also believe that it takes love of music and a lot of hard work. And some people have a love of music and a lot of hard work and have maybe less of a natural gift, but they have drive and tremendous passion, and they do quite well. And some people have a tremendous gift, natural gift, but they don't have any drive, and they don't really want to work hard. And they can do well for a while too, but not as well. When you have the combination, I think that's when greatness comes, in anything. When the natural gifts plus the passion to work on something and to investigate it and explore it and get better and study it, to learn to get better. That with a natural gift. The 1-2 punch, as we like to say. Sam, you've done pop, cabaret, don't use the C word with me, and Broadway. As a singer, what differentiates these genres? I see on Idol they say, you're not what we want because you have a stage voice or a cabaret voice. I say, talent is talent, so what is the big difference? And you have done it all. Well, thank you. The reason I don't like the C word is because I'm not a cabaret artist. To me, a cabaret artist is somebody like Andrea Marcovici or... I'm trying to think of somebody who's an interpreter of songs in small, intimate spaces. Cabaret is a particular art. It's a very intimate sort of kind of performance. I don't do that. My concerts are theatrical, and by theatrical I don't mean large. I mean they have an arc. They have a story. They have a structure. They have a theatrical structure. If I do them in an intimate space, they're still a theater piece. Primarily, though, I don't play cabarets. I don't think they really suit what I have to bring. I enjoy it. I enjoy being in an intimate space sometimes, but it's a very different show from what I naturally create. I primarily do my shows in theaters. Okay, but you're right. Talent is talent. And often they cross the board into all different kinds of venues. But I think with American Idol, they're looking for something that's specifically pop. Now, isn't that funny? Because when you look at a small pop thing, small rock and roll pop, that's called a club. Small theatrical thing is called a cabaret. So, I don't know. Sam, would you rather be a film director or a music producer, and why? Without question, a film director. It's more interesting to me. I've been a music producer. It's more interesting to me. I'm more intrigued by the visual, by the storytelling, by the editing. Also, music is a part of that for me. Hands down, without question, movies are much more interesting to me to create than music. Sam, why don't you like Fox News? Must you really ask? It is so unfair and so unbalanced. It is such propaganda. This is not just my opinion. This is fact. They actually editorialize on Fox News. They make their opinions appear as news and facts. That ain't the news. I was just wondering if you could describe some of your favorite memories from when you were on Star Search. I would love to, and I can't think of any. It was all a blur. All one big nervous blur. I remember the people. I remember great people. But I remember sitting in the hallway waiting to sing with my glass of apple juice and just sort of rocking back and forth, kind of davening, kind of like trying to, channel someone better than me. Anyway, I have no more time for questions. I hope you guys are having a great day, and do something wonderful for someone today. All right, be well. Peace to you. Bye. I'm the old anchor of love when you're